Welcome back to All Things Gumball. Welcome back to All Things Gumball, where in this channel, we talk about gumball machines. I'm going to try something different. I've never done this before. I'm going to try a different type of vending product. I don't want to say machine because these aren't really machines. These are honor boxes. Now, the thing that I don't like about honor boxes is you have to trust the people to be honorable. What you do is you put your candy inside the box, and I would recommend you count how much candy you put inside the box, and then that way you know whether people are stealing. But you're gonna, people are going to steal. You know the odds are that they are going to steal from this box. And even if they don't have the intention on stealing, they may just say, man, I'm hungry. I've got some money in the car. I'm just going to grab one little candy bar, and I'll bring the money tomorrow or tonight or whatever. And then they forget. So you're going to have theft, I've heard. So I didn't buy these boxes. They were actually given to me. A friend of mine who does the vending machines, he started with honor boxes. He's told me some positives, he's told me some negatives. He is an accountant. He's a numbers guy, So he has everything calculated down to the last penny. Now I'm not gonna get into it like that. I may count how many packages of candy I put in here, or gumball, not gumballs, but lollipops. I may count the number of lollipops I put in the machine. Of course, you can flip this over, and then you put a lollipop in there. Let me do that for you guys. You can put lollipops in here, like that. You can do all lollipops. Now, what I thought would be a great idea is to do the Snickers and the Milky Ways, and then put these kind of on the edges like this. Let me grab some more. Just put a few like that on the outside. On the outside like that. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get a little closer to the camera. Does that make sense? Okay. And you can probably have about 100 pieces of candy in here. And if they're selling for 50 cents a piece, if the box is empty, you should have $50. And I know you're not going to have $50 because people are going to steal. Because people are not honorable. I don't know what the percentage of people in this world that are not honorable. I used to work at Home Depot, and they said at one store in Home Depot, they would lose $1 million worth of inventory every year. $1 million every year. They called it shrink. Now, maybe there's mistakes or accidents. People bump into things and things fall down on the floor and break. Maybe the people that are cutting the plywood, they cut it too small. They have to redo it and do another, take another sheet of plywood and cut it over. So all of this is included with theft and breakage and improperly cutting things, cutting carpet or tile or whatever. So if Home Depot can lose $1 million worth of inventory every year, don't feel bad if someone steals, $1 worth of candy. Now, I did the math on the vending machine, or on the honor boxes. The candy inside, now this bag is about $14 or $15 at Sam's Club. And I put in probably a little less than half So I'd say maybe there's $6 worth of candy in here. The blow pops, these are found at Sam's as well. These are $10 for a box of 100, so that's 10 cents a piece. And if you get $1 worth of theft, you know, don't worry about it, because you're going to make profit on these. Now, this, as I said, is brand new to me. I'm wanting to try something else so I can tell you guys a little bit about this type of vending. I've talked a lot about the other type of vending. My daughter and I, we just ended up buying a Coke machine, so we're going to get into the big line snack machines and Coke machines as well. And I want to know everything about the vending. I may not know everything about the vending. I may not know anything about condoms, condom vending, or cigarette vending, or what else is there that I may never learn about? You have jukeboxes, you have pinball machines, you have arcades. So there's lots of ways to make money on a machine that sits in a place and you don't touch it and you don't move it. You just go and collect the money. So the guy that gave me these boxes, his business card is on the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that off, and this is my business card. I'm going to just tape it to the back. And then that way, if they run out of candy, they can call me. My phone number's on here. I've got a picture of a vending machine. And that's the one I just took off of this box here. Okay. And I'm going to go out, and today I'm going to knock on doors, and I will let you know what happens. Okay? I'm going to let you know how it goes. Now, you may ask, well, how many boxes did I receive from my friend? I received 10 boxes. 10 boxes. And what I want to do is I want to put 5 out, and then I'll have 5. And what I'll do is when I get home at night, I can refill those, and then they'll be ready the next time I go out. They'll be filled up, ready to go. And then all I have to do is go inside, switch the boxes, and leave. Now, it's not my intention to offer anyone a percentage of the sales, so I don't recommend that you do that. When you do your gumball machines as well, I would say don't offer anyone a percentage. Why are you offering a percentage? Don't do that. Don't offer any money. When you go out knocking on doors, when you call people and do cold calls, don't offer any money, okay? Do not offer anything. If they ask, that's a different story. If they say to you, well, what's in it for us, you know, offer them a percentage. You can start low, 10% maybe, 10% of the gross. That means that when you open up the vending machine, if there's $100, that's the gross. 10% would be $10 for them, and 90 goes into your pocket. Now 90 goes into your pocket, but you still have to buy more product to fill the machine. 90 goes into your pocket, and that means that after you pay for more candy, a certain percentage is going to be yours. That would be the profit. So let's say you open up the machine. The reason I do it like that, hold on one second. This tray goes inside of one of my vending machines. When you open up the back door, you can pull out the tray, and it has divisions, it has dividers. It has 3 dividers, so you know what is selling and what's not selling, okay? When you pull out the drawer that has the quarters inside, if you were to count them, let's just say that there was $100 inside the machine. If the owner wants 10%, out of 100, you give him $10. That's 10%. You pull open the drawer, you count the money, he says he gets 10%. Here's your $10, sir. Now you've got $90 left over. You still have to take money out to pay for the candy that's going to go inside the machine, because you don't want it to go down lower and lower and lower and lower until it's empty. You want to refresh it, add some to the top, and then let's say you spend $30 on the candy that goes inside the machine after you pull out the drawer. So you pull out the drawer, you've got $100 that's in the drawer, you give him 10%, You put $30 in the machine, that means the leftovers is your profit. 60% or $60 is your profit. I want to go back to talking about what do you offer the store owner. Again, nothing. Don't offer him anything, or her. Don't offer that person any money. Don't walk in there and say, hi, I work with this charity. My name is Neil. I work with this charity. I'd like to know if I could put a vending machine in your store. And as I've said before, show them a photograph of what you're putting in their store. If you say vending machine and you don't show them a photograph, they're going to think of something very large. And they're probably going to say no. And if they say no to you, and then you show them your business card with a photograph on it, they've already said no. More than likely, they're not going to change their mind because it makes them look weak. So they're going to stay with that answer, no. And you can say, well, you said no to a big Coke machine. What I'm talking about is something like this. Well, you're getting into an argumentative state, and they're still going to hold on to that no, that word no that they said in the beginning. So what I do is when I walk in, I show them a picture of the machine right away before I even say anything. Let them see the machine right away. Don't say anything until they understand. Point to it. Point to the machine on the picture. Okay? If they ask, no, don't offer them any money. Okay? But if they say, what's in it for us, start off at 10%. Now, if they say, I don't know, you have to make a quick assessment of that place. How many cars were in the parking lot? Are there 100 cars in the parking lot? When you walk into the building and you see the store in front, around you, and you see, are there customers? Are there hundreds of customers coming and going? Are there 50 employees? You want to be in there. So if you say 10% and the store owner kind of hedges, he's kind of, I don't know, offer a little bit more. How about if I give you 20%? Now, you can do 15%. 20% is easy to calculate pulling out quarters. So go to 20%. Go to 15 or go to 20%. Now, if they say, no, it's still not enough, say 25%. That's 1 quarter for them, 3 quarters for you. When you open up the drawer, when you pull the drawer out and you see $100 inside, they'll get $25 and you get $75. Now, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to give them less candy, the customer. You're going to have to give the customer less candy per quarter if you're giving more of a percentage to the owner. Okay, and you can even tell that to the owner. You can say, well, I'd like to offer you more money, but what's going to happen is I'm going to have to give the customer less candy per quarter. That may upset him or her. Would you be willing to go lower? Would you be willing to take 20%? Okay, so you can kind of quibble, or you can come to an agreement where you both are happy with the price. Okay, now there's some places that are so fantastic that even I have machines inside of those places, and they're so fantastic that I offer 33% of the gross. And what that really turns out to be is about 50% of the profit. So if I pull the money out of the machines, I've got one location I'm thinking of off the top of my head where I have I think there's 13 or 14 machines, and when I pull all the money and count it, there might be $150. Okay, so 50 goes to the owner, 50 goes to pay for the candy, and then 50 is my profits. Now that's for like 1 week's worth of time. I'll make 150 in that location in 1 week. So I don't usually go there every week. I'm just trying to use numbers that are easy because math is not my strong suit. I'm not good at math. Okay, so today we're going to go out. We're going to look for locations for these honor boxes, and I'm going to let you guys know how it goes. All right, I'm back. Now, I had a couple of envelopes in my car, and I wrote some notes down as I was going. I took 5 boxes out. Let me go get one box real quick. I took 5 boxes out, and I got 5 locations. And how much time did it take me? It took me an hour and a half. Let me repeat that. I took 5 boxes out filled with candy. 5. In an hour and a half, I talked to, I think, about 20 people, maybe 15 people, 15 businesses. And I got 5 locations in an hour and a half. 5 businesses said yes, okay? Okay, the followings, maybe. The water store, maybe. There was a Fruitylicious, they said no. Okay, so I'm going to write these all down. Maybe, yes, and no. I'm going to do this real quick. Maybe, no, maybe, Sunny, yes. Okay, and then these over here. Okay. This cup says, congratulations. What am I congratulating myself for? Finding 5 locations in an hour and a half. What did I do? I went out and I just went inside the businesses. I got 5 locations, and I wrote down what amount of candy I put in each machine. Okay? And I probably talked to, let's see, 5 here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I talked to 12 people. I talked to 12 businesses, and 5 said yes, and the rest said either maybe or they said no. 4 of them said maybe, and only 2 said no. Okay? Does that make the right numbers? 5 said yes. Okay. 5 said yes. 4 said maybe, that's 9. 2 said no. 11. 11 businesses. I talked to 11 businesses in an hour and a half. That's not that hard to do, okay? I talked to 11 businesses in an hour and a half. 5 said yes. 4 said maybe. And 2 said no, okay? Now, what do I say, or what did I say when I walked into business? Now, I'm familiar or comfortable enough to find vending machine locations because I do it all the time. But this is something totally different, because with this, you don't have a photograph. When I walk in and I'm trying to get a gumball machine or a little, bulk candy vending machine into a business, I bring a photograph with me. And I just walk in basically kind of like this, I've got something in my hand, a little booklet, and I show them the picture right away. Sometimes I let them handle it, hold it, whatever. But with this, it's a little different because you're walking around a shopping center with something like this in your hand, and it looks a little bit awkward. Maybe you feel a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, and I wouldn't leave these in a car on a hot day because those chocolates are going to melt unless you are doing only lollipops, which are not going to melt. Okay, and here's what I did. Here's how I got into those 5 locations. I come inside and I've got this in my hand, and the people are looking at me. The salespeople are looking at me. The people that are inside are looking at me, and I walk right over to the area where you pay. There might be a cash register here, and in a little space, and I just set this down. And I don't say anything right away, okay? This is what I did today, okay? Now, this may work for you and it may not work for you. I walk in, I set it down, and I look at them, and I smile. I give a big smile, and I kind of wait for them to say something. And they're not saying something. They're not saying anything. They're waiting on me to say something. So there's this little tug-of-war. And since I don't say anything right away, they're kind of intrigued. They're looking at me like, what's this guy doing? He's got a little box of candies. Ooh, I'd like to have one. What is he doing? And then I tell them, I say, hey, how are you? I work for this charity, and my charity, as I said earlier, is the National Children's Cancer Society, which this business card is on the back. Now, the thing about these boxes are It's a breast cancer awareness box, but I don't think that it really matters that much. Okay, so I set the box down, I smile, I look at them, I give them a minute or half a minute, and I say, hi, I work for a charity that helps children that have cancer. And one way we do that is we place little boxes like this on the countertop right here. Would you be willing to let us set this here for your customers? It's $1 for 3 pieces of candy, and it's 50 cents for 2. And you're not held liable if the box gets damaged or if candy gets stolen. We don't hold you accountable. You're not held liable. Would you let me place one in your store today? And as I said, I got 5 yeses out of 11 businesses. I got 5 yeses, 4 maybes, so I need to go back to those places. And then I got 2 people that actually said no. Now, one thing I've been told about these honor boxes is once you're there for a couple of months and you build a rapport with these people, you can put a vending machine in there, a little gumball vending machine in there. Okay. Now, with the honor boxes, you do have to go visit the box. You do have to go visit the box maybe once every week, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. So be careful. Don't allow time to go by too much, because what happens is when the box gets empty, the owners of the store just throw the box in the trash because they look at it and they think, look at this nasty thing. It's a cardboard box. Just chunk it in the trash. They don't realize that the people that do this are spending $10 per box. I know that's kind of expensive, but now I do want to say this. The last location that I found, which is right here, the last location that I found is a paint store. I've been wanting to get into this paint store because it's right near my office. It's just right down the street from my office, maybe 2 or 3 blocks away. And I thought this would be a great location. There's always people inside getting paint. There's employees there. And I've been trying to get my gumball machines in there, or at least one of them. And they keep telling me no. I've been in there twice. And the first time I went in there, they said no. I figured, let me give them a couple of months. Maybe the person that said no, he'll be gone. Maybe the management will be fired and a new management team will come in or something, So go back. If you get a no from a place and you really want to get in there, go back after 6 months. Try it again, because those people that were there 6 months ago, maybe they're gone, and maybe the new people that are there, they'll say yes. So when I brought my machine, when I brought my honor box today at that place that I've wanted to get into, even though they've said no to me twice for putting a gumball machine in place, they said yes to putting an honor box in there. And what my hope is that after a while, after maybe 2 months or 3 months of me being there, filling up this machine, filling up this box, week after week for 3 months, I'm going to try to put a gumball machine in there. So this is another way that you can build your vending business. These boxes can cost about $10. To fill them up with candy, I have found, takes about $6 worth of candy. So to be honest, you can start a business with $16 out of your pocket. And as I said, you talk to 2 or 3 businesses and you're going to get this box into a location. So I hope that helps you with your vending business. Now, I know this video is long, and if you want shorter videos, go check out all my other videos. And I hope to see you guys in another video, or you'll see me in another video. Have a good evening, have a good morning, or have a good afternoon.